something that the local people took for granted until the Europeans came to dig it, refine it, and turn into jewelry. Wealth incarnate, wealth indeed. They protect their investments now, which make them richer than us. And you know what's going on in Elmina, which means that the whole beach is gold. The whole Ghana is gold. Moral number 2, the grass always looks greener on the other side. The high-rise roads and highways, nicely mowed grass and well-painted houses with well-arranged rooms we see in photographs and films make us believe that outside Ghana is better. How on earth could a country endowed with gold, diamond, timber, bauxite, cocoa, cotton, beaches for salt production, fertile land that produces agricultural produce all year round, sunshine throughout the year, lately oil and gas, and above all, hospitable, intelligent human resource, could be traded for Europe or any other country? You should know that the Greenwich Meridian passes through Ghana, and the equator horizontally passes through Ghana. So the crossroad of the world is Ghana. I personally believe that God himself is a Ghanaian, and Ghana is a paradise. Shall we give the good Lord a round of applause? Moral number 3. While we are eyeing the grass on the other side, there are others who are eyeing the grass on our side. They would be happy to trade places with us, I tell you. Aren't visitors coming daily to Ghana under the guise of tourism, donors, and foreign investors? Go to our top-class hotels in Accra and Kumasi, and you will marvel at the number of foreigners that are coming to Ghana. They are even taking over our retail trade. Moral number 4. People who don't know how to recognize opportunity complain of noise when it knocks. 2 marketing graduates were asked to go and sell shoes to a new district. When they went, they saw to their amazement that nobody wore shoes in that community. Whereas one came back to complain to the employer that nobody wore shoes in that community, and for that matter, could not sell the shoes because they didn't know what use the shoes would be for them. The other colleague, graduate from Christian Service University College, saw the opportunity and marketed the shoes to the chief, the queen mother, the assemblyman, and eventually the whole community. You must always see the glass as half full instead of seeing it as half empty. Moral number 5. Opportunities are easier recognized when they are leaving rather than when they are coming. This experience is among drivers in Ghana. Friendship is established when you politely raise your hand to beg to join in the traffic than to force your car in it. The taxi driver will mess you up. Most drivers will give in to you when they see that you respect them by raising the hand. Attitude. Moral number 6. Opportunity only knocks once, my dear graduates. The next one may be better or even worse, but never the same one. That is why it is so crucial to make the right decision at the right time. A right decision at the wrong time becomes a wrong decision. We all know the biblical story of David and Goliath. Goliath was a giant of a man. He struck fear in everyone's heart. One day, a 17-year-old shepherd boy came to visit his brothers and asked, "Why don't you stand up and fight this giant?" The brothers were terrified of Goliath and they replied, "Don't you see he's too big to hit?" But David said, "No, he's not too big to hit. He's rather too big to miss." The rest is history. You all know what happened. David killed the giant with a slingshot. Same giant, different perceptions. When I opened my first pharmacy at KJTPZ in 1986, most of my competitors did not give me a dog's chance of success. They were convinced, and they convinced themselves, that no pharmacist will leave his white coat and the air-conditioned dispensary to go around through the scorching sun purchasing drugs, sit behind the counter to sell to customers, and interact with patients and go to the bank with his daily sales. When I took up the challenge, starting with no capital, I want to emphasize no capital. The situation is now different. Kama Health Services, a member of Ghana Club 100. We are in 6 regions in the country: Tamale, Sunyani, Koforidua, Takoradi, Kumasi, and Accra. Kama has a clinic, a financial institution, conference centers, factories, and we are also into commercial estates. How did I start without capital? It was all about attitude. I saw a closed shop at Kegitia, inquired of the owner, and used my network to obtain it without rent advance. I credited the furnishing and even the drugs to start with. I was very reliable to my creditors, paying back my debts every weekend. No stories, no excuses, no reasons why I could not pay. If it were you, you use the money to start showing off. If I have made it, you can also make it. It's all about the winning attitude. You can also make it. Finally, my dear graduates, remember that you are going out there to create and start your own businesses. You are to create jobs for yourselves and others, because there are no jobs. I repeat, there are no jobs. And I don't expect any of you to join the Association of Graduate Unemployed. The entrepreneurial revolution of the 21st century is on. Are you aware that 11 years of the century is almost ending? Are you aware? It's almost ending. And there's a whole revolution. The world is ready to accept, receive, honor, and remunerate people with talent and positive attitudes. People that can identify opportunities. People that can use their right-hand side of the brain to imagine and seize opportunities. Who could have ever thought of collection of waste as a business venture? Now look at the success story of Zoom Lion, who is now, after employing over 50,000 people, is putting up a university of waste management in Accra. He has put up a compost and recycling plant, which is going to process domestic waste, hospital waste, industrial and e-waste. The plant will produce organic fertilizer, generate carbon credits for the country, and generate electricity for a section of the society. Shall we give Zoom Lion a round of applause? It's not surprising that KNUST has recognized him and given him honorary doctorate degree. So he is now Dr. Agyekum. RLG is another case study. A 37-year-old gentleman now into local assembling of mobile phones and laptops. The small-scale ventures you see around you, the kenke sellers, the kelewele, the fried yam, collection of susu, pushing of trucks, and the like are all opportunities. Do not look down upon them. What you need to do is to use your education to innovate. Those of you who did accounting and marketing and that kind, just bring kenke into a room, put air conditioning there, table and chairs, dress the waiters and the waitresses. You have African Touch restaurant. The kenke is not only kenke. You have the Ga kenke, the Ashanti kenke, the Achim kenke, the Northern kenke, all different types because of your innovative ideas. African Touch fast food kenke industry. And you are in business. What you need to do is to use your education to innovate. Those are the businesses of the future. What am I saying? These are the businesses of... Look, if you dangle your certificate first class, second upper, you walk from Accra to Paga, Aflao to Elubo, nobody will employ you. When was the last time you went to the post office to buy stamp? Isn't it surprising that you can get your money from a wall, ATM, at the comfort of your office and in your homes? You can get your e-ticket. If you did ITA, passenger and ticketing, who will employ you? I'll get my ticket by myself in my office. Be careful. There may be setbacks as you go along, but remember that your attitude determines how you look at the setbacks. To a positive thinker, attitude can be a stepping stone to success. That will give you the winning attitude. But to a negative thinker, it can be a stumbling block. Do not allow lack of capital become a setback. Neither allow where you are coming from family background, nor the type of class you obtained become obstacles. There are opportunities out there. In fact, several of them, seize them and use them to better your lot, that of your families, communities, and Ghana as a whole. Remember that the foundation of your success is knowledge, which you have already acquired. The type of certificate and the class do not matter. The rest will be skills, 25%. And most importantly, positive attitude. That's being reliable, hardworking, developing culture of savings, be genuinely interested in people, selflessness, determination, persistence, patience, and other virtues I've expounded in my book, The 7 Principles of Success and Wealth Creation. I admonish you to get a copy of the book and develop the positive winning attitude, which will enable you and our dear country prosper, as is evident in the name Ghana, which is an acronym for Glorious Home All Nations Admire. Glorious Home All Nations Admire. Finally, winners don't do different things. They do things differently. May God bless you all. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.